So hi everybody, looks like I'm on broadcast, and welcome to our weekly Facebook Live demo. Today we're gonna talk about speed test, and yeah, as everybody know, I'm sure you're familiar with the speed test, which is used to assess download and upload throughput speed. The typical like speedtest.net page, everybody can log there and click on the go button to see again what is your network internet performance. This is something that generally everybody implements or is asked when they open maybe a ticket with Comcast or with your central help desk when you complain about like not having enough bandwidth to do your browsing. And that is, we understand that this is a very important test to capture the end user experience. So what we've been doing is use the speed test CLI command and integrate it with the dashboard, so we can let our sensors run periodically speed test from all your network locations where you have a sensor installed, and then get a better understanding of how your network is performing. So now I'm going to the NetBees dashboard and showing you, for example, how this speed test works in NetBees. Here, as you can see, I have a speed test scheduled every 3 times each hour, at the hour o'clock, at the 25th, and at the 35th minute within the hour, so 3 times per hour. And we have in this case 8 source agents, so 8 agents that periodically check download, upload speed, as well as latency. And in fact, here, if you see for the last run of speed test, we have an average download speed equal to 61.47 megabit per second, while the upload is 48.27 with the 48 milliseconds of latency. And if you click on this actual specific test, then you can review the individual speed test run by each agent. So you can see, of course, the one we provide here is an average, and down here is the individual run. And then you can also drill down for each individual agent and see what was the historical speed test data. So this is a way in NetBees, again, to verify download and upload speed. And Don mixed speed test with IPerf that we demoed the previous week, I believe, because IPerf is generally used between 2 agents or agents and an IPerf server, while speed test is towards the internet, towards maybe a NUCLA server. And in fact, in NetBees, we also give you the option to pick your specific UCLA server ID. So if you want to do your speed test against a specific server, or if you leave it empty, this field, it will use whatever server is closer to each agent, right? So during the execution of each speed test command, each agent pings some servers around it, and then checks the one that has lower latency, and then that server will be used to execute its own test. In NetBees, we will also provide a speed test ad hoc from the command line interface. So if you go in the agent interactive console, you can always run the speed test CLI command and run ad hoc a speed test against, on demand, let's say. Okay, to conclude this session, I just want to mention that speed test is not the only tool that is available for you to run download and upload estimates to the internet. For example, if you search for speed test on Google, you can find that Google has already integrated its own speed test with the browser. And if you dig a little more about this test, you can see that they're using the NDT, the Network Diagnostic Tool command, which is open source, is developed by the MLab. So this is something actually at NetBees we're thinking about integrating within our dashboard. So stay tuned for future updates on speed test. So this concludes today's Facebook Live demo. Thank you so much for attending it. And if you want to learn more about NetBeans or have questions about speed tests, feel free to reply to the Facebook post associated to this live demo, or feel free to send us an email, info@netbeans.net, or request a demo with us. Thank you and have a great weekend.